Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Helene and I'm a knitter from Norway, and I have been eyeing a strawberry sweater for weeks. I've gotten the yarn quite a while ago and I've thought the whole time that I would make these strawberry sweaters by the time my oldest son has his birthday, and I've just never gotten started, so I need to start. I only have about a week to go if I am going to have time to weave in the ends and at least steam block it. It needs to be done in about a week, so I need to start. It's all over Colorwork, it's fingering weight. I would love to finish 2 sweaters, one for my oldest and one for my youngest, but I think just finishing the one for my oldest is unrealistic enough, so that's where we're going to focus. If I have the time to do both, I would absolutely love that, but we're going to finish the whole sweater for my oldest first and then see what we have time to do after that. I have the yarn I think I'm going to use here. It's Drops Baby Merino. The base color of the sweater is going to be white, so I wanted it to be a superwash yarn just because if I'm going to put this much work into a sweater, I want to be able to use it whenever. I want my son to be able to use it without me being really strict about, oh, you can't use it, it's white, you're going to mess it up. So it's going to be white but superwash, so it's easier to use and easier to wash, and hopefully that will work out. I am a bit nervous about doing color work in superwash because it might be not as like grippy, but I think it will be fine. Also, this might be good because red and white together can bleed, but I have noticed that it doesn't bleed as much when it's superwash. So these are the colors I'm 100% going to use: the white for the base color and then the red for the strawberries, of course. And then I have these 2 different greens. This is the green I got for these sweaters originally, and then this is green that I just have in stash, and I've been really unsure what green to use for the stems. This is really dark, so it might be a bit too dark for the sweater, and it's a lot darker. This is a really bright red, but this is a lot more natural, whereas this is bright and it kind of fits with the red and white, but this is quite unnatural looking, so I have not been able to make my mind up when it comes to these colors of the green, but I'm just going to start and see where it takes me. I think I'm leaning towards doing this, but if I do the stems and they don't look right, it's not, I could just think back and then do this instead. I'll just have to see when the time comes, but yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next week. I don't think I'll have time to do much else if I'm going to be able to finish at least one sweater by the deadline, but yeah. Hi, I'm popping in with a little update, and unfortunately I think it's a really bad update. This is my progress. I've done pretty much all of the color work today and I've been really happy with my progress. I've done about 7 centimeters of just the color work, and I think the ribbing is about 5 centimeters or something, and maybe a little bit shy of 5 centimeters because I'm trying to save on this yarn so that I'll have enough for both the sweaters I'm going to make. But I've been really happy about my progress. I think the whole body of the sweater is supposed to be 30 something centimeters before I start doing the sleeves and then join everything for the raglan, I think it is. So this is a pretty good chunk of the sweater, but I've been really on the fence for all of today really about how this color work looks. So here you can see the inside. I've chosen to do stranded color work where you do, and I've catched my floats like this, like I usually do, but I am working with white yarn, and this is really fingering weight yarn, and I'm knitting it on 3.5mm needle, so it is quite gappy, and I don't know if you can see, but it's my color work colors are quite visible through, and I thought I could live with it here, but it's seeming to me like it's only getting more and more visible here, so I'm not the biggest fan, and since I'm already second guessing it so much, I think the right decision for me is to just frog all of my color work now. I also have some tiny mistakes at the bottom here where I didn't change to my 3.5mm needles soon enough because this is 3mm needle. So I think what's best for me is to frog it now instead of keeping second guessing myself and spending a lot of time second guessing myself and then regretting frogging at a later point. I think it would be better to just frog now, and then I think I'm going to try doing leather back jacquard. I think that's what it's called. That's not something I've ever tried before, but I did read just a little bit about it just right now. I should have done this research before starting, obviously, but it does look to me like leather back jacquard would be perfect for this project, because I don't know if you can see, but there are really big gaps here. I think at most it's 11 stitches between, and at minimum it's 5, so there are always quite large gaps. So I think leather back jacquard would be great because of that, and also the fact that it is white yarn. It's really hard to hide floats here. My usual method isn't working that great, so I really think leather back jacquard would be great. I am nervous about it because I've never tried it before, and I am already on a tight schedule when it comes to this knit. It is less than a week left, and I really want to do both, but at the same time there isn't really a point in finishing these sweaters if they're not great once they're done. So I think what I am going to do is that I'm going to frog it now, because I don't want to make a whole sweater with color work, spend all of that time and then hating the result. So yeah, I'm going to go take the baby right now, but I think I'm going to frog. I'm just going to take 20 minutes to think about it, but yeah, that's where we're at right now. am back with an update. I did frog everything, I think it was last night. I think so, I'm a bit confused. But I did end up frogging my original Colorwork and learning to do, I think it's called leatherback jacquard, something like that, can't pronounce it. It's been amazing. First of all, I love how it looks on the pearl side. I think it looks so fun, and of course it's not going to be invisible on white yarn. You can still definitely see it. I don't know if you can see it here, but you can very clearly see it when the light shines through, but it's nothing like it was. You can see it a little bit, but this does not compare. It's so much better. The more I learn the technique, the quicker it goes, and it is currently 3 a.m. I'm filming this update just as kind of a wrap up of my knittings to make myself stop knitting, because I am struggling to put this down. I don't have a lot of time to work on this during the day because this has 3 colors and I have to kind of stay on top of everything. So it's not the easiest to work on during the day, but when I first get to sit down and work on this, it's so hard to stop. I'm having so much fun with it, and it just flies by really nicely. I'm so glad I learned this new colorwork technique because it just, the knitting just flows so much better with this technique, with the leatherback technique, and just the whole knitting experience is, I'm having a lot of fun. It's so much fun. I'm loving how these strawberries are turning out. I am a bit stressed about the deadline. I have had not that much time to knit today. I've only finished this strawberry and done like this little part, so not as much as I wish to have been able to do, especially since I had to frog yesterday. I really wanted to get good progress today, since half of the amount of progress I made yesterday I had to frog, so that's a bit of a bummer, but I just don't have the same amount of knitting time every day. Hopefully tomorrow will be a day with more knitting time. I'm not sure it will be, but I hope so, and I am really proud of myself for having been able to do this much. Here you can kind of see with the light that you can see that these rows have color behind them, and then this does not, with just the white here. So it is visible sometimes, but when this is being worn it will be like this anyways, and then it won't be that noticeable. So I'm just really excited. I wanted to pop in with an update just because I'm so excited about how it's turning out. So hopefully I will have time. My son did spot this today and ask if it was for him. I did manage to kind of avoid the question, but he seemed very interested in this sweater. I knew he would be, because this is a lot of work, so I have kind of ran the idea by him with strawberry sweaters, and he's been really interested in them, but you kind of never know, and I didn't quite know what he was imagining in his head when he said strawberry sweaters, but he seemed to love this, so finger crossed it stays that way and that I'll get time to work on this. But as I said, it is 3 a.m. I need to wrap it up and go to bed, and hopefully I'll be back early next morning to work more on this, because I really want to finish it in time. My big goal is to finish the body tomorrow. I don't know if that's likely to happen, but I would love to see the body finished tomorrow and start on the sleeves. I might start doing the ribbing on the sleeves no matter what, because that might be an easier thing to start with during the day, so I can still make a little bit of progress during the day, and then like the colorwork will be my at night project. So yeah, that's where we're at. I've been babbling for so long. I am so excited about this project, but I'm going to bed now. Hi, I am back. I think this is just going to be a quick little update, but I wanted to update you on my progress. I have been trying to just steamroll my way through this sleeve. I am behind schedule. I didn't think the sleeves were going to take this long, and I've also been doing so much else other than just knitting, so I'm definitely behind schedule when it comes to these sleeves and the whole sweater. I have honestly less than 24 hours until the whole thing has to be done, so that I'll still have time to like steam block it, weave in ends, all of that. So I'm not feeling very hopeful anymore. When I woke up this morning, I thought I would be able to do it. I finished the body last night and I thought the sleeves would just fly by, but the sleeves have a surprising amount of stitches and color work and carrying the yarn, and also just there is always at least 3 skeins connected to this, so that also just does something with how easy it is to bring with me and to just pick up and put down at a moment's notice. So I kind of can only knit on this in the middle of the night, and the night just doesn't last that long, and I also have to sleep a little bit, so I am behind schedule. I'm starting to stress out a little bit because while I haven't told my son he's getting this, he has been noticing this. He has been very interested in who it's for, so I would love to be able to give him this for his birthday, and I would really love for it to be done when I give it to him. So I'm going to try to move through this as quickly as possible, but not feeling super confident right now, as this is still only the first sleeve and I still have the strawberry I'm working on right now left to do, and then another one I think until the length on this is done. Then I have a whole other sleeve to do, and this has taken me all of today. And then I also have all of the yoke to do, where I also will have to do color work on the purl side, so we'll see. Part of me is wanting to stay up until I finish at least this sleeve and then honestly get like halfway done on the other one, but that is just unlikely to happen, so we'll see. This is my little update for now. It's not very motivational. I'm feeling a bit bummed out that this is the way this project is going right now, because I was so excited to give this project to my son. I think he will love it so much, so it would make me so happy to be able to give him this for his birthday, but it's just not, I don't think it's going to be possible as of right now, but we can always pray for a miracle. I'm going to stay up a little bit longer and work on this and see how that goes. But yeah, that's the update as of right now and how I'm feeling right now. I am back and the strawberry sweater is finished. I am so proud of this piece. It is beautiful. It definitely has some flaws, but just the sheer amount of work this was, I am so happy to have it done. It was a crazy last stretch. I just needed this done. I didn't want to have it on my needles anymore. I wanted to be able to give it to my son. I wanted us to be able to wear it. So I said, you know what, it's more important to me at this point to get this sweater finished than it is to sleep, and I just went for it. I knit on this so much, and the last sleeve and pretty much all of the yoke was done in, I think, about 24 hours after the rest of this had taken absolutely forever, but it's really great. I have not woven in the ends. I need a couple of business days, I think, to get back to this. Right now I'm just going to be really happy that it's done. We have been able to use it. It fits. It is quite big right now, which is everything I wanted it to be, because that means that this will fit for quite a while. I'm also really happy with, I have not blocked this yet, but I steam blocked it, and I'm so happy with how it looks after that. Also, there is a little bit of a gap here in the back with almost a strawberry missing, but if you can see, you started doing German short rows to make the neckline fit better, and I was not about to do strawberries and leather back and all of that. I had a hard enough time doing all of it just in a round. I was not about to do it on the purl side, so I decided, you know what, no one's gonna see in the back that much anyway. My son has quite long hair and no one's going to look into it that much, and when it's on, it also isn't that noticeable. And I knew I was going to do a white neckline, the ribbing here in white, so I thought it's not going to be that noticeable. I'm just going to do it. It will save me some sanity, and at this point that's needed. And as I said, it does not, you cannot really see it when it's on. No one looks at it that closely. It's just something that I know that I did, and I think it's so worth it. It got the sweater done, and I'm just really pleased with how it looks. I am a bit nervous about having to do this again. My plan has always been to make one for my oldest and one for my youngest. I'm not looking forward to making the one for my youngest right now, after the marathon that this has been, but I don't have to make the one for my youngest in just a week, and even if I did, there is a huge size difference. I made this in size 8 years, and I think I'm going to make the one for my youngest in size 6 months, so huge size difference. But I'm just so happy that I got this done. My son also got so many other strawberry things for his birthday. He got strawberry socks that my mom knit for him. He got strawberry pants that my sister sewed for him. I don't know how to say that, but my sister made him strawberry pants, and he already has a strawberry hat that I knit for him, so he's full on a strawberry guy now, and he's so happy about it, and it just makes me so happy to see him in it, and that has definitely made this worth it. I did go a little bit crazy with all of the strawberries towards the ends. I was so sick of looking at strawberries. I had had enough, but now being on the other side, just barely, it is worth it looking back, knowing how happy he is to have this and how long we'll be able to use this for. And I've been a bit on the fence about the fact that I chose to do this in white superwash yarn, but I think in the end I'm happy that I did it. The white makes for really nice contrast, and it is superwash, so it should be easier to wash. It's superwash, so the color shouldn't bleed that much, and it also grew a bit with the superwash, which was nice. And since I ended up learning the leatherback jacquard method, which for one also looks really nice on the back, I'm so happy I learned that. It's been on my list for a really long time, but I haven't dared to try it, but I'm really happy I learned that. And because I learned that, you can't really see the colors poking out that much either, definitely not when it's on. So all in all, this has been a really great project. I'm really proud of myself for actually managing to do it. I didn't reach the deadline exactly because it wasn't done when he woke up on his birthday or by the time his birthday party started, but I did finish it just really late that night and he was able to wear it the next day, so I'm still going to count that as a win. This was a crazy deadline to begin with, so I'm just happy that that he has a strawberry sweater by the end of it. But yeah, that is everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on this journey to make the strawberry sweater. If you did, please leave a like and a comment. That means the absolute world to me, and if you want to see more from me, please subscribe. Bye!